I want to see if I can make a ridiculously overpowered Xbox One controller by seeing if I could stuff two lithium-ion 18650 cells inside of a standard Xbox One controller. Now, this is similar to the projects I've done in the past where I added my own battery to it, or even one 18650 cell, but this one's a little bit different because fitting two cells inside of this controller I think is going to be a challenge, but I have an idea as to how this could work, and I want to see if I can pull it off, so let's go ahead and get this started.
I figured the best place to put the cells would be inside the handles. This will involve removing the rumble motors, a decent amount of plastic, and losing two screw posts. Unfortunately, the cells can't fit all the way, so I had to cut an opening for the ends. After the opening was cut, I had to use a small amount of epoxy to keep the cells secured to the controller's circuit board. Next up is the charge controller for the cells. This one wasn't designed to output a voltage at battery level, so I had to poke around on the board to figure out where to ground the controller. I'm using my bench power supply to simulate a discharging battery, and I'm using my meter to find a controlled ground point that disconnects when the battery voltage reaches an unusable level. This is where I'll ground my controller. The reason I want to use this charge controller is because it comes with a fuel gauge. The gauge is only activated when a load is detected on the 5 volts out, so I'll make a dummy load using a resistor and a push button. Now it's time to pick a spot to mount the charge controller and solder every connection. After slimming down the charge controller, I had to extend the fuel gauge display. I did this by routing wires through a screw post. The wires just barely fit without getting in the way of the screw. So I've been playing with this controller for about 6 days now, and since we're in quarantine, I've been playing for probably about 4 hours the last 2 days, and before that about an hour a day. So let's go ahead and see how much battery we have left. It says 94, so as you can see it's holding a charge really, really well. I've also went ahead and fashioned these caps out of polymer clay. They just sit over the batteries. That way it gives you something a little more comfortable to hold on to. Not that the cells even get in the way, but I kind of wanted to protect the cells a little bit. And I'm probably going to fashion some more now that I have a lot of time to kill. But yeah, this controller turned out a lot better than I thought. The paint job you can't really see too well on camera, but it's got a purple background with green and orange splashes. Also some pink thrown into there. It's smooth as glass. Turned out really nice. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.